Hey, everybody. This is Boston Jimmy from Stogie Press. And today I just received probably one of the most innovative new cutters in the cigar industry. This is called the Baller. And this comes from the same company that makes this cool device, the humidimeter, CigarMedics. You've all been using this. I've seen many people using the humidimeter. I can't live without it. I check my humidor all the time with it. But today, we're going to talk about the Baller. So what is this? And what makes this so special? So let's open this up first. Okay. It comes in very cool packaging. All right. It's kind of a hefty lighter. Right. Beautiful presentation. Comes with a case too, so very cool case. And here you go. It's called the Baller. Now, unlike other cutters that do straight cuts or V cuts, this has, if you look at the back right here, it's got a ball in it. Looks like a ball bearing, but actually it's a cutter. If you look at the front, see how it comes in there, right there, and it just slices in. Now, what it's doing is it's actually going to divot into the cigar instead of cutting it straight across. So I figured, why not take a look at this across different vitolas and see how it performs. So the first one I want to go to, which would be kind of a normal, is a simple Toro. We're going to use a Boston Jimmy Toro right here, and I'll take out this cigar prop ring gauge measurer. So we're looking at between a 48 and 50 ring gauge. Pretty standard, okay? So we're going to take this, and I'm just going to stick it right in here, right? Hold it. And you can see it made this little cut into it. Now, looking at the video, there is a video that they put out, which you can get from this QR code. That kind of made a little cut. You can go a little deeper if you want. Just hold it in there, and there we go. So now you can see how it's old. That's beautiful right there. It feels good in the tongue, which is something that I didn't like about V cuts. All right. But this actually sits well in the tongue as you're smoking a cigar. All right. So that's a 50 ring gauge. Let's look at a little larger. We're going to do a 56. This is a 56. This is a Casa Cuevas Patrimonio. And by the way, that was a little thicker wrapper. This is probably a little thinner wrapper. I like to try different wrappers to see how they work, because sometimes you get a cutter and if it's not done right, it'll destroy your wrapper. So we're going to come in here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to hold that in there. Oh, look at that. Perfect. It's like a punch, but it kind of scoops out the leaf from the inside. That's actually, I like that. That's beautiful. Okay. And by the way, what's happening, I notice in the back, it's collecting the leaf. So I can let some of the leaf out right in there. Just dump that out. Okay. Now, let's go to a larger ring gauge. Let's up the level. I'm going to go to this is easily a 60 ring gauge. All right. So we deal with a 60 ring gauge this time. I'm going to stick that right in there. And again, a perfect cut. Now, of course, if you want a little wider cut, you can just do it again. kind of go, you can go to the sides. You can see, I can, and it's a very sharp cut. It's not hurting at all the wrapper. It's very nice. Okay, so now what happens if we go to a box press? It's a question I'm sure a lot of people have, because a lot of people like box press cigars. So I'm going to take out this Cybercrime from Protocol Cigars. And this is probably a, yeah, I'm going to say it's a 48 box press, 48 ring gauge box press. I'm going to do the same thing, kind of set it right in there. All right, kind of a little off centered, but didn't tear anything. We could do it one more time. Okay, so maybe down on the side here. So there I get cut. Again, it's not even ripping the wrapper. So you can move this around in different spots and give a really nice cut. I'd say it works better on the round, but yes, you can cut a box press. Now, let's look at something like a couple of other strange things. Let's take a look at this JFR, which has a pigtail cap. So normally I would just slice that right across the shoulder, take it off. Some people just break the pigtail off. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to empty some of that. I'm going to come in here. So you can stick it in here. So it does, I can get it in that. And then the first cut, well, the first cut took the pigtail off and gave me a little divot. Not bad. And I guess we can do one more. Get that pigtail out. So there it is. There's the, cut that pigtail right off. We're going to go one more and just go. And there we go. Wow, that's a nice, beautiful divot. I like this. All right. So next question would be, what about small ring gauges? All right. So we did the big ring gauges, and looks like it works for all of that. So we're going to take out an undercrown from Drew Estate, little firecracker, a little mini here that it is. This is a, well, that's a between a 40 and a 42 ring gauge. So let's go see what happens with that. Perfect. Works. Beautiful. All right. Now, I'm going to go down one more level. I'm going to go to a kind of a Lancero. And this is, okay, this is pretty traditional Lancero, 36 ring gauge. Small. This is probably the smallest ring gauge I'm going to smoke. All right. And that I would cut. So let me empty some of this out. There we go. So this one actually has kind of a little fuse on it. So we're going to stick that in there. Just press it against that. And voila. For those that are worried about it, still no tearing. And there you go. It actually has a perfect little cut. I love this. Okay. Well, there's the show, guys. This is the CigarMedics, the baller. So if you want to be a baller, you want to have this. This is solidly made. Feels like it's all steel. I have to do a little research on so there you go. The baller from CigarMedics. I give this 2 thumbs up because this is the newest and latest in the line of cutter accessories. Now, of course, you could take this, You can just stick it right in the cigar inside. Of course, you could take this and put it right inside this carrying case, which is perfect. It's got actually a little loop here. I guess if you want to put this on your belt, we all need utility belts, so you can hang this on your belt and always have your baller with you. I'm going to show this one off wherever I go. It's beautiful. Very well constructed. I don't see any issues with this at all. My experience with all products that came out of CigarMedics is that they take their time to design and build, manufacture quality components. And that's what this is. I know this took Luigi a while to figure out how to do this right. He's been experimenting with this for over 2 years. So there we go, the bolo. And this cutter is made of anodized aluminum and nickel-plated steel. The ball of the cutter is made of hardened stainless steel. So this is going to last a while. And it's assembled by the company in Illinois out of components made in a small family-owned shop in Pennsylvania. US made, US marketed, US company. This device sells for $80. If I was to say anything as a ding on this, it would be getting the cut leaf out of it. It doesn't fall out all the time. If you take a toothpick, you can just kind of scoop it out, not a problem. It does, as you cut a cigar, the previous leaf does fall out. So it's not a big issue, but just something to keep in mind. But other than that, the baller from CigarMedics. And that's what you get. Quality and innovation from a US company. I want to thank CigarMedics for letting me check this out and to tell you all about it. This device is going to be showcased at this year's Premium Cigar Association trade show in Las Vegas, Nevada, this July 9th, 10th, and 11th.